Well, hello everyone, what is going on? It is TheAlmightyGeoff and we are here with episode 49 of Assassin's Creed 2 The Ezio Collection, the second to last episode. In the previous episode, we finished off the bonfires of the Vanities district. Why do I keep saying district? DLC. So that was sequence 13. We've completely done with that. We finished off all the lieutenants. We picked up all the remaining viewpoints, all that jazz. Now, as I said, in this episode we'll be cleaning up everything except for the final memory. So let's quickly go ahead and enter the Auditory crypt. And keep... Okay. The reason I keep looking up is because the window cleaner. That's all. Paying respects. Explore the Auditore family crypt. Alright. So you can actually read the history of the Auditore family. So Venice, 1296. I was raised in a small house by the Venetian lagoon, within sight of the rough foam-capped waves of the sea. I was barely old enough to walk. I became a sailor, navigating the Atlantic first as an apprentice, and then while carrying cargo for my father's patron, Messer Marco Polo. It was a good life. So we'll be having a look at all these whilst we go through this story. That is pretty much just the purpose of this. It's obviously there's no assassin's seal because we already picked them up, but oh, wrong. Come on, what are you doing, Ezio? Come on. Why are you doing this? I don't understand. Hang on. There we go. Alright, so yeah, there's no Assassin's Seal because I've already got them all. So it's just like a history of the Auditore family. It was added on by a Uplay reward. So here's the second one. Ashore. One day while ashore in the harbour looking for work, I fell in love. She was barely 20, but when I looked into her eyes, the whole world was reflected back, clearer and brighter than the sun. After that I still went to sea, but my heart remained on land with the girl and who had become my wife and our young son. Okay, well, fair dues. Right, we got another one over here. Birthright. One afternoon that summer, Messer Polo called me into his study. My father was already there beside an older man dressed in a strange hooded cape, watching us. At that moment, everything about my life changed. My father told me that he was an assassin. Removing his ring, he showed me a strange marking on his finger, explained that our family came from an ancient order that protected and defended mankind. He paused, and then, when I didn't speak, Messer Polo stepped forward. He told me that the stranger in the hood would teach me, and in return I would carry him across the Mediterranean to Spain. And so began my apprenticeship with Dante Alighieri, one that was to destroy every bit of happiness I would ever have. Oh, that doesn't sound too good. Alright, so we've got one of these. So there's a couple of puzzles that go alongside it as well. Alright. Go on, Mr. Ezio. Speedy now. There we go. Simples. And if we pull this, I think it keeps the gate open. Yep, there you go. Doesn't really matter, obviously, but you know. Alright, here's the next one. A mentor. In preparation for our voyage, Messer Alighieri met with me repeatedly. At first our meetings were about purchasing supplies, but soon they became about higher things about life, love, honour and justice. He told me that society was set up in such a way to control its members, to stop us from thinking, from seeing. Soon I could look past all the laws and illusions. I understood that mankind was being used by its rulers, and that we the people deserve freedom. It was then that Dante began showing me pages from a book that Messer Polo had brought back from the palace of the great Genghis Khan. The manuscript, the codex, was about our order, the assassins. Alright, now we should be pulling this, but first of all, we're going to collect our first secret area. Didn't mean to do that. If you come in this corner, and you pop underneath, like so, we need to climb this particular bit. No, why would you do that, Ezio? Why would you do that? Come on, second to last episode. Let's keep it calm. Alright. Oh. Come on. No, no, come on. There we go. Alright. I think we're nearly there. Yep, there it is. Secret area numero uno. Very nice. Alright, that takes us back up here. I could just pop down and carry on as we were. Alright, let's activate this. Come on. We're in the Ezio. Hurry, 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 hurry. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Come on, Ezio. Go, 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 go. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, my God. It took too long to respond to that, didn't you? Eee. Alright. Alright. Right, come on. Give that another go. Right, come on, quick, 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 quick. There we go. Alright. So we've got this one. Nope. Down. Come on. Work with me, Ezio. Alrighty. Just a bit of a longer one. Wait, oh. Not sure if we'll make it. We've made a couple of mistakes. Which way? Left or right? Is it up here? Is this where we were going? Oh, did we make it? I think we did. I think we might have gone past where we were supposed to. Oh, no, we didn't. Alright, we just about made it. Bit of a close shave, open that, and this gate back opens back up, but we don't need to go back anyway, so no worries. Alright, I've got another part of the story here. An unexpected farewell. Our planned voyage never took place. While returning to Ravenna to pick up the remaining of his belongings, Dante died. Dismayed at the loss of my mentor, I went to inform my father and Messer Polo of the sad news. Before I could even speak, I was ushered into the study, and my father, his face white, locked the door behind me. Shocked, I listened in silence as he spoke. Dante intended to take the Codex to Spain where it would be safe, but he was being watched. The enemy of the assassins, the Knights Templar, still existed. I recalled the stories he had told me of the Templars, and it all had become clear. Dante had been murdered. The Templars knew about the Codex, and they knew about us. Shaking, my father told me to take the Codex and leave for Spain at once with my wife and child. As Messer Polo ushered me out the door, he handed me a small piece of paper with a number on it. With this number I could draw on his credit, more ducats than I have ever seen in my life at any bank in Italy. Alright, rich boy dreams. Okay. Keep on going. Keep on trucking. Where to next? Alright, seems pretty linear. Okay. Full concentration mode, hey? There we go. Sweet. That was pretty easy. Alright. Shut your pie hole, mister. Bloody timed gate. Alright, so the second secret area is just... Oh, if I can reach it. How do we reach it? I forgot how we reach it. Oh, there we go. Is just up in this little nook over here. Very nice. That is the final secret area in the game. How cool is that? Alright, let's have a look at this. At sea, we set sail that night, the ship filled with cargo to sell in the markets at Barcelona. At first all was well, then to avoid a coming storm we laid anchor in the Otranto harbour. Cloaked in darkness the pirates came. I didn't see them until they were already boarding my ship. I hid with my family in the hold. Pulling at the Codex, I ran the worn leather cover through my hands. Then I broke the spine. The pages slid silently on the floor. I scattered them into the chest boxes and containers I was carrying to market. The men who found us were drunk. I could smell it on their breath. When they asked for the codex, I knew who had sent them. Holding back my rage, I said that I had thrown it overboard. He started to laugh, two held me down still grinning, while the rest cut off my wife's clothes. She begged for mercy until her voice gave out. Once they were done, they threw her into the sea. They took my cargo and sunk my ship and left me adrift, clinging to a piece of railing. I made it to the beach with my son. My wife's body washed up on shore the next morning with the tide. Ugh, that's not pretty. Alright. That ain't very nice whatsoever. Okay, just gotta memorize this path. Alright, this is the final little run here, I remember. Nope. No, it wasn't too bad a fail. Alright, we're not doing too bad here. Alright, that's it. Shut your face. We're done with you. Yeah, that's right. Okay, another bit of the story. A new name. I never saw the sea again. Making my way to Florence, I rented a small room and then visited the bank. I'd memorized Polo's account number. With the vast sum I now had at my disposal, I went to Venice in disguise to find my father. I returned to Florence the next day. Both Polo and my father were already dead. From that moment forward, I collected treatises on architecture, studied the classics, and took vocal lessons. I adopted the name Auditore, impersonating a noble at the Florentine court. Accepted as one of their own, I took on the trappings of nobility and constructed this villa for me and my son. And then I hunted them, raised my son to fight, to find the codex, and to kill Templars. Together we would regain the honour of my wife and avenge the death of my father, two debts that could never be repaid. To the Auditore that reads this, remember that you are not a nobleman, you are not one of the deceivers, you are one of the people, avengers. Alright, fair enough. How are we doing? 12 minutes in. Too bad. Is it all sticky up? I just realised. Alright, so obviously these are the tombs of what I assume is the two Auditore men. You know, the father and son. Alright, so obviously there's no codex or assassin's seal in here. There's just these 4 treasures and then you leave through the exit. It's just kind of a little backstory into the Auditore family. Quite interesting, I find. But there we go, and that is the family crypt explored and the final secret location cleared. Very nice indeed. Alright. Paying respects. Very, very nice. Alright, so we've got a couple of more bits to do, like I said. First of all, we're going to return up to the villa where we're going to hand in the remaining feathers and then get a reward from Maria. And then carry on from there. It's looking like we should be able to do this in good time. Right. Oh no, I don't want you to take me outside the city walls. What'd you do that for? I wanted to be inside the city. Oh, for God's sake. Alright, Frederick. Frederick! My fellow horse. There's many Fredericks. Alright. Everyone's a Frederick. We've not rode Frederick in quite a while, have we? Alright. Come on, Frederick. We've got quite a few bits and bats to do. Good stuff. So yeah, so I'm not sure how long this is going to take us actually. We're halfway through the episode already. I didn't think it'd take us this long, but should be okay, I think. Not terrible timing. Alright. Thank you, Frederick. You've helped me once again. Alrighty. So we're just going to head up to his villa. Excuse me, ladies. I do apologise. So we've got a full chest. Not that we need the money, and the feathers. So we'll get those done. So you know, as I said, Leonardo should be around here if you've got remaining codex pages. But let's collect the income. Very nice. And if we go to speak to Maria, we should be upstairs in her room still. Gonna drop off these feathers. Oh.
Thank you, Ezio, for not forgetting about me.
Okay. There was that, and she's okay now. You can't actually speak to her, but you know what I mean. Alright, and that is that. As you can see, we got the Auditory Cape, which we are going to equip just about now. So if we're looking at our inventory outfits, it's the final one, Auditory Cape. Wearing the Auditory Cape outside of Monteriggioni will cause you to become notorious immediately. Guards will investigate your actions as soon as they see you, and notoriety-lowering tasks like ripping down posters and bribing crowds will not be available. However, when you change capes, your notoriety level will return to its former level. Alright, so we're going to equip that one. And this is going to help us with our final, well, not quite our final, but pretty final trophy. So the only ones we have left are, well, we've got Master Assassin, we've got the Vault and Old Friend Returns, which is just, you know, related to missions or memories, and Show Your Colours, where the Auditory Cape in every city, which is exactly what we are going to do very quickly. We obviously are going to go in all of them and finish off in Venice, where we'll do the final Courier and the Beat-Up event. So yeah, it's a pretty cool looking cape actually. It's a shame that it's just practically making it much more difficult for us. Alright, we want to go to Florence first. It doesn't really matter where we go. We're only popping in there for a quick second and then leaving again. But I don't think you actually, I did a bit of research into it, and I don't think you actually have to go to the Apennine Mountains. I know I said that we think we do, but probably don't. Did it take my cape off again? Or is that just the default thing? I don't know. No, we're still wearing our cape. Excellent, so that is Florence dealt with. So now we need to go to... we'll go to Tuscany. We'll go in the order that we first went to them. So we went to Florence, then we went to Monteriggioni, but obviously we don't need to wear it in Monteriggioni. Even so, we already have done. And then we went to Tuscany, then we went to Forlì, and then we went to Venice. It's a pretty easy trophy to get, really. Alright, done with that. Now to Forlì. Or Romagna. You don't actually have to go into Romagna, then Forlì. It's still, when you go to every section of the map, you should be fine. Okay. Let's just keep an eye on the time, even though it doesn't matter because we're going to do everything this episode anyway. Alright, that is that, and then one last place to go, which is Venice, and we want to go to the Caravaggio district for this one, because obviously that's where the Beat-Up and Courier activity is. So we should be getting our trophy in just a mo. And come on, show your colours. No? Obviously it's gonna cause a bit of beef. Why are we not getting show your colours? It's a bit weird. Let me research this actually, be back in a second. Alright, I was wrong. We do actually need to go to the Apennine Mountains. We'll do that in a bit. Get out of my face. Okay, that was fun. Alright, so we've done all but the mountains. That's kind of annoying. Alright, okay, let's equip our Venetian cape whilst we're here. Oh.
Take care.
Just to make things a bit easier on us. Alright, so I want to do the Beat-Up event first, seeing as it's closer. Alright. So then we'll probably just pop in from Monteriggioni. We'll just go back there and then pop back to the mountains. Alright.
After 8 years of marriage, that figlio di puttana is back with his old woman. Teach him to respect his vows, please.
No worries, I will do just that, lady. Philandra on the roof. Beat up the no-good husband. Okay. Alright, whatever you say, madam. What the hell is this music going on? Crazy. Alright, there he is.
Don't hurt me, please.
Come on. Can you keep trying? Never heard this music before. Weird. Come on. Where's the fight in you? That's right.
Of course. What was I thinking? My wife. I do love her.
What on earth is that? I don't know. I've never heard that music before, ever. That is weird. That's some weird ass shit. It was just like started off like really quiet, like some kind of Latin hymn. I was like, what the hell? Am I just hearing things now? Have I gone crazy? I've never heard that before. Weird. Alright, so we got this courier activity just down here. Alright. Here he is. Finally.
Thief! Get the bastard!
Oh, okay. The perfect marriage. My letter was just stolen. You look like you mean business. Find the thief, kill him, and bring the letter back to me. And please don't read it. It's for my wife, Lucia, and she would be very upset. Yeah, okay. So that's crazy music again. What on earth? What on earth? Where is this fool? Kill the thief and loot the letter. Where is the thief? Oh. He's here! Well, that was pretty easy. Oh my god, why do the police always drive by my house? Swear to god. Alright. From Lucia. Okay. Oh my god. You are literally the worst sometimes, let's see. Alright. Let's give this back to the dude. Whoa, that wasn't my fault. That wasn't me. Alright.
Well done. I knew I could count on you.
Thank you. Alright, that was pretty easy. There's a lot of time. You'd have thought they'd be doing something else with that. Alright, just need healing up, please. Alright, that's that done. So... Just 1 second. Okay. We want to... Where's the closest? Fast travel... Probably that. Probably this one down here, I think. Alright, so what I'm going to do is we're going to return to Monteriggioni, into the Apennine Mountains with the Auditory Cape, and earn that final trophy. So I shall see you guys once we arrive. Alright guys, here we go. Apparently you have to go there from Florence. There's no way to go from Monteriggioni to the mountains. So here we go. To the mountains, yes. It actually makes sense because I keep getting mixed up and I was thinking that was the journey we took between Florence and Monteriggioni, but it's actually the one between Florence and Romagna. And there we go, show your colours. We didn't even arrive in the city, but we've already got it. And that is the last miscellaneous trophy in the game. The rest of them we'll get from finishing the story. So there we go. Alright, now we need to return to Monteriggioni to do the final, well, the second to last memory in the game. Which it's cool, I guess. Let's put on a nicer cape. As in, nicer to us, you know. We'll do the Medici cape. Might as well. Alright, I need a fast travel, please. Oh no, we can just go to Monteriggioni, can't we? Alright, if we go along this way. Excuse me. Right, this way. Yep. Thanking you. Go this way, start up the second to last memory, and then we'll end the episode. Alright. Here we go. You know what, for extra challenge, I think what we're going to do for the last memories, we'll wear the Auditory Cape. You know, just to go out with a bang. Just so when we stab people, it's like, you know who we are. I'm pretty sure we're in like a notorious area anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, right, let's re-equip the Auditory Cape then. Yep, alright, so obviously it's not effective in Monteriggioni. I go, an Auditore? What? You cannot be here, even though the entire villa is owned by the Auditores. And look how beautiful it looks. All them reparations have paid off well. Oh, we could just carve up a wall. I mean, that's always fun. Alright. Thanking you. So look at that money now. Look at all that money that we just do not need. Alright, so we have Antonio, Teresa, Bartolomeo, Paola, Machiavelli, Mario, and La Volpe. So let's speak to Uncle Mario.
Ezio!
It is time, Uncle. Let us finish what you and my father started all those years ago.
Indeed. Perhaps now we can finally make sense of this prophecy, and put a stop to whatever it is the Spaniard is plotting.
We should start by locating the vault. The Codex pages will lead us to it. Let's take a look.
Alright, X marks the spot. Decipher the Codex page to discover the location of the vault. So this is kind of like a little, that's we got Rodrigo Borgia. So, if you put the Apple of Eden into the picture, into the architecture. Interact and turn on Eagle Vision. As you can see, it's quite different. No, I didn't want to do that. I did not want to do that. Alright, so we want to rotate this like a puzzle. So that it makes out a map of the world. So this obviously this outer bit is the easiest bit to do because you can see the border around it. So that is looking like so. No, it's quite hard to be honest. Once you've done that bit, I think it goes like that. Yes, like so. Yep, there we go. Looking nice. Let's see. Ah, yes, this is Africa. Africa's dealt with. It's Australia. Is that not right? Ah, that's right. Okay. Let's see. What else could be wrong there? I can't see what else could be wrong. Oh, this is... I thought North America was a bit too skinny there.
It is a map of the entire world. But there are lands shown here that do not exist.
Apparently they do exist. I imagine they've yet to be discovered. Or rediscovered.
How is this possible?
Perhaps the vault will hold the answer.
Do you see where it is, then?
No. It can't be. The vault. It looks like the vault is in Roma. Then the Spaniard. This is why he became Pope.
Now I understand. It's not the vault alone he's gained access to, but the staff as well.
What stuff?
The Codex always spoke of two keys. Two pieces of Eden needed to open the vault. One is the apple.
And the other is the staff. The papal staff is the second piece of Eden.
For years, no, decades, we've sought these answers.
And now, at last, we have them.
But so too could the Spaniard. And if he does, if he finds a way into the vault, its contents will make the apple seem a trifling thing.
I must go to Roma and find the vault. What of the rest of you?
We'll do what we do best. Cause some trouble in the city, giving you the freedom to conduct your search.
Just let me know when you are ready, Nipote.
Alright, sweet. And that is X marks the spot. That is the second to last memory. Why am I getting two things going on there? What's going on in Florence? I don't know. Alright, so that is it. Everything but the final memory has now been done. So we just need to speak to Mario and that will load up Sequence 14, Memory 2. Let's have a look at what we have done today. Pretty much a mass cleanup. So we have done Sequence 14, Memory 1, X marks the spot. We have done the final secret location, Assassin Tomb paying respects, Beat-Up, we have done Philandra on the roof, Courier, we have done the Perfect Marriage, and that is it for that. Inventory, armor, not changed. Weapons, not changed. Supplies, not changed. Items, obviously everything is now completed. Outfits, we picked up the Auditory Cape. The map, don't really need to see that. It's just the fact that there's no longer an assassin tomb there. Spirits, that's not changed. Database, we picked up Rodrigo Borgia.
Rodrigo Borgia, aka the Spaniard. A dark stain on human history. Rodrigo left a trail of blood a mile wide on his quest to unify Italy under the Templar banner. Anyone who opposed him ended up in little pieces inside a sack, or, if he was in a good mood, poisoned. Once he was crowned Pope, Rodrigo, or should I say Alexander VI, used his influence to wage war with any city that held out against the Templars. And then there were the rumoured X-rated atrocities. Hundreds of courtesans brought to the Vatican by the cartload, and the Pope's close friendship with his illegitimate daughter, Lucrezia. Oh yeah, and did I mention the killings never stopped? Throughout all his public debauchery, Rodrigo was quietly murdering his enemies behind the scenes, consolidating Templar power for the moment when they would seize control.
Like a pretty all-round douche, doesn't he? Alright, so that is that. So then we have documents. We got that letter from Lucia. I think that was the one that we delivered. Giorgio, everything is going exactly as we planned. My husband doesn't suspect. He's kept me locked away, but I'm persevered. I've found you, my saviour. If you're true to your passionate words whispering into my ears, you'll keep your promise to take me away from my husband. You know what you must do. Steel yourself for it and do not waver. My husband will be at home tonight. He goes to sleep after the clock tower tolls midnight. Make sure to come in through the window and bring one of your daggers from the barracks. We need to make sure to do this silently. I've asked my husband to deliver this letter to you. You're simply an unknown guard to him. The idiot will never know that he's aiding in our scheme. We'll be so happy together with that ignorant old man out of the way. With great love, Lucia. Alright, so that is all that. Well, obviously we've picked up quite a lot of codex pages over the time. Now they're all deciphered. I don't know which ones we've done and which ones we haven't. So, I'm just gonna just quickly scroll down so you guys can pause if you want to read them. There you go. There we go. So I'm not talking a lot, just you guys to be able to read all these. If you're interested, of course. Quite a lot. Nearly there. So I think that's Maria, isn't it? Alright. Two more to go. Alright, there we go. That is all that. It took quite a while, so this episode might look like it's come out a lot longer than it actually is. It's because, obviously, the database entries. Anyway, that is where we are going to end it for today, guys. And the next episode will be the grand finale of this series. We will head to Roma and assassinate Rodrigo Borgia, the Grand Master of the Templars, and retrieve the staff, I assume. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, be sure to like, comment and subscribe, and also be sure to share the video, and I shall see you guys in episode 50. Bye guys.